All right, full self-driving Cybertruck. Let's give it a destination. Let's navigate to, with the Galleria. Let's go to gas station. Oof. $9 miles. I don't want to go that one, but it'll give us an idea to see if it'll work. Let me just get away from my vehicles that I got next to me. So I live a little off the beaten path, so actually Google Maps doesn't go all the way to my house.
Now make a U-turn to stay on Richter Road.
Yes, it thinks it's... Alright, so let's just give it a double tap. Press voice button to send test this and auto special describing your experience. Be attentive, keep your hands on the wheel. Okay. Pay attention. All right, put my hands on the steering wheel. Got them. Oh, maybe it sees me looking at my phone. Pay attention to the road. I'm looking at the road, man. All right. It is kind of hanging, so I don't have any lines painted on the road here. And it is kind of hanging to the right, which is different than I had in the past. This is a little turnaround section here. See if it notices it. No, just kind of drove straight through it. Pay attention to the road. Okay, sorry, I'm not looking at my phone. I guess that camera's on overdrive. I do have the cabin light on, so. But right now, it's doing the speed limit, 25. I'm not touching the gas. Just barely have my hand on the steering wheel. I'm not initiating any movements on it. So far, anytime I look at the phone or at the screen, the camera is noticing it and it's telling me to pay attention to the road, which is, I guess, good. I do have some headlights coming at me. It is still hugging that center line a little closer than I normally would, if you can tell. Oh, they're turning, so. Okay, pay attention. So, man, anytime I even just look down at the screen at the full self-driving data, it tells me to look up. Like, look up, dumbass. I'm so used to when I had the Model X, everything was in front of me, so I didn't feel like I had to look over to the right. All right, so we're coming to the end of the street and should be a stop sign up here. We're still doing 27.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Farm to Market 444 North.
Right on.
Now turn right onto Farm to Market 444
Put my
North.
blinker on. It's slowing down. Not even touching the steering wheel at this point. Okay, came to a complete stop. No traffic either way. It's accelerating. It's taking a right. It's doing its thing. Straightened out. Now, the speed limit's technically 25 through here, but it's actually 55. There's just not a speed limit sign that I come across for quite a ways after pulling out of the neighborhood. But I do have the speed variable set to plus or minus 10 miles per hour. So it's doing 38 instead of 25. But for the sake of this test, I'm going to keep it the same. And I'm hoping I'm getting what it's showing in the road at the same time. I'm doing my best. But anytime I look down at it, the screen will blink blue. mean, it's not too annoying. At first, it really is just a like a blue highlight on top of the screen, which is, you know, it's good. At least you don't have a lot of dinging and pinging. And in all honesty, at these speeds, I'm not even touching the steering wheel, and it seems quite content to let me do that. I don't know kind of how that works, but it is what it is. I'm going to leave my hands off to see. Okay, so now we have some cars coming. I am going to have my hand just ready to grab the steering wheel. But what I noticed is I don't see the headlights on the full self-driving display. Oh, wait, now I see a car. Okay, now I'm seeing them. Still doing the 38, which, you know, we're coming up on a pretty sharp turn up here, and it's got some road warning signs. 35 mile an hour. I usually take it about 60, you know, just because the truck handles so well. Still not touching the steering wheel. Still haven't touched it. I do have a cautiously prepared to grab it if I need, and we're good. Okay. Staying in the lane is really good. Still haven't seen a speed limit sign. That's just the nature of the streets that I live around. Seems very confident. In the past, like I've been at like drive-thrus and stuff, and I'll get little warnings that my cameras might not be blocked or something. And I was quite curious if that was going to be an issue when I tried to do full self-driving. One thing I will say is I only clicked once.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Old Tiaser, then turn left to take the US Highway 59 North Ramp.
So I hope I'm showing okay. I'm trying not to look at the my screen. No deer out tonight. It's odd. I guess it's a little early. It's a little over the line. I feel a little bumps. Not sure why that is. When I say bumps, I mean the little dividers on the road. Another car coming. Put my hand on just barely on the steering wheel to make sure we're good. Still haven't come across a speed limit sign, so of course it's still driving pretty slow, but under the circumstances, first time out, I'm okay with that. Another car, another slow turn. Still looking good. Got a turn coming up in 0.1 miles. This is a little intersection. It's kind of like a feeder road coming up here that you would normally.
Now turn right onto Old Tiaser.
I put my blinker on, slowing down. Still haven't touched anything. I see slight headlights. It's gonna go for it anyway. They got a blinker on. Pay attention to the road. Yeah, I was looking.
Now turn left to take the US Highway 59 North Ramp.
Thing here, it slowed down. It took the turn. Took the other turn. Man, this is why I love Tesla. You don't realize how boring it's been without having this. Now it's speeding up to 55. It's got its blinker on. I do have a car in the opposite lane, but it's staying in this lane. Going up to 65. Shows the speed limit 70. But the car just got in front of me, so it's probably being a little cautious. going to try to increase the speed. Nope, it's not going to let me. It's staying at 65. I don't know if that's a setting that I have, but when I scroll up, it's got the max. Feels a little awkward at doing 75 though. I mean 63 and a 75. I might have a setting at like max speed 65. Now's not the time to go through my display and try to figure that out, but for now we'll just let it see what it does. This is basically straight out of the box. I just applied it. It just got released today. You know, I don't think I'm going to go all the way to this gas station. I'm just going to see if it'll navigate home. See if I can change, end my trip. I'll hit navigate home. Okay. Paying attention to the road. Just change my address where I want to go. So it's going to want to do a turnaround up here. This will be interesting.
In 1,000 feet, turn left onto Garcetas Creek Road.
So you're going to change lanes. Changing lanes.
Now turn left onto Garcetas Creek Road.
It's slowing down. Ooh, it's a little fast coming in. Oh, it braked hard. Okay, so it's actually on the wrong side of the road here. Oh, I put my foot on the brake. I am sitting on the brake just because. Alright, now we'll give it a look, guys. Alright. It went ahead and made it turn on its own, and it's accelerating on its own now. Yeah, sorry, that was my out of just habit. Coming up to an intersection, I always keep my foot on the brake, which I would always recommend people doing. But I did push down enough that it did disengage autopilot. Now we're up to 68 miles an hour, which is a little faster than it was 64, which I'm okay with. Just not sure why it chooses. I am going to put my blinker on because there's some cars kind of creeping up. I wonder if it's going to change lanes automatically. Nope, these cars are just going to be...
In 1 mile, take the ramp on the right toward Farm to Market Road 444.
Come alongside me anyway. This one's, I think, going to let me, but okay. I had to disengage to make that lane change. Yeah, when I forced this... Now it's doing something. So I guess it gives me the option now to explain what happened when I disengaged, which is probably going to be super beneficial for those guys. Right now I do have everything back just in autopilot.
Now take the ramp on the right toward Farm to Market Road 444.
It is a little aggressive with its speeds, especially like
in 1,000 feet, turn left onto
Garcetas
Creek Road.
Kind of a sharp turning thing here. I wonder how.
Now turn left onto Garcetas Creek Road.
It's doing it all on its own, but it says, "Oh, we're good," and it just swings it on out.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Farm to Market 444 South.
Don't do it, car. We're testing.
Now turn left onto Farm to Market 444 South.
Took that nice. Stayed on the right side of the road this time, which was better than I can say for that first one.
Now turn left onto Holtiazer.
It's been about a year since I've gotten rid of my Model X, and I haven't really experimented with FSD since then. But I gotta tell you,
500 feet, turn right onto Farm to Market 444 North.
The interface.
Now turn right onto Farm to Market 444 North.
The kind of the confidence that it kind of projects as it's making its moves and turns are. I mean, it is really close to how I would drive. With the exception of that initial braking, man, I would have probably coasted on in. But that's just the mindset of, like, you know, maximizing your battery. It comes with owning a Tesla. You know, you want to kind of coast down and minimize your reach-in braking, but... Yeah, so we're already been on this road. It was pretty confident. I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. That way y'all don't know exactly where I live. But I hope this kind of showed what it was like in the Cybertruck for full self-driving, because I know there's not a lot out there.